getting freaky. Everybody know I'm a visual. Yeah, I kill it cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. Yes, you know I get it. 나는 아무리 봐도 I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. I'm getting freaky. Get it right. Get that freaky on. 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. I'm getting freaky. Get it right. 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky on. I'm getting freaky. Get it right. 상관하지 마. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top winner. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top 'cause I own it, know it, I'm a rain. I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky I'm getting freaky. Get it right. Get that freaky on. 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky I'm getting freaky. Get it right. 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top winner. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top 'cause I own it, know it, I'm a rain. Get that freaky on. Get that freaky Get that freaky on. Get that freaky
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the monsoon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. at Woodstock. Drive me around in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Better off, better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match, pulling punches. We're toe to toe, we're always on the road. We're so better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together, we're better off, and we can. Better off, better off. Better off. I am crooked, you're clean cuts. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match, pulling punches. Or toe to toe, we're always on the road. We're so better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together, we're better off, and we can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Where am I going now? Just falling over dreams. Now I'm just so far gone, this isn't what it seems. Taking me so damn long, it's fading from belief. I need to slow this down, it's burning from beneath. Come break this line, this moment tomorrow tides. Holding on for what is worth my life. I'm not on your side, I'll make it up the vine. Find my way to giants in the sky.
Thank Thank you, Mr. Alan Zach over there of the Carrot organization. Absolutely love it. I'm FBI Tugboat here at Becky, and we are very excited to get this one kicked off.
Oh, we're so excited. We hope that you are all as equally as excited as we are for these teams, for these students that are here. A big thank you to all of you who are here to support these teams, to support your school, and to keep esports going for these students. We would like, once again, to thank the board if you would like to go with those names. Alan Zach mentioned them earlier, but we would be remiss if we didn't mention them one more time.
Quite remiss. First and foremost, that is the Compton Unified Board of Education, as well as Superintendent Dr. Brawley, Ms. Michelle Dawson, as well as Alvaro Brito. Last competition, they couldn't say enough about Mr. Alvaro Brito, as well as, of course, big shout out to Mr. Tony Burrows and the IT team to make competitions like this possible. You know, us just talking up here on the stage, that's the easy part. The IT stuff, the stuff behind the scenes, that's the hard part.
It really is. We wouldn't even be able to be here in front of you if it wasn't for them. So a big, big, big thank you to them. But now that we've said our thank yous and we are here and ready to go, let's get right into the match. We know you're all really excited to see some good old Rocket League action. And for those of you who are like, what is Rocket League? Give us a little rundown, Tugboat.
What is this stuff? What is this? Well, folks, I will simplify it up for you. You are looking at flying car soccer. Not much more complicated than that. We're looking at flying car soccer. There are, 6 players, 5 minutes, 4 corners, 3 players per team, 2 nets, and 1 ball. 1 ball, uno ball right here. The loneliest number. There's 1 ball to go forth and make these scores. Very excited for it. Now, the format within these games here, Becky, we're going to be playing a best-of-5 series. That means the first team to 3 points, 3 map wins will take the W. Let's head onto the pitch now and get this 5 minutes started.
Yeah, let's see who is going to take this first one down. And that was almost a really quick round. That ball going straight for that Compton High School goal, but it ends up being quickly moved back by Dominguez, who are trying to make sure that they keep possession of it for as long as possible and keep control here. I will mention that Dominguez High School is a team of all seniors, so they are seasoned and ready as Quick Fades shoots that first one.
Quick Fades getting this one up and in. Some prime senior. What that means, of course, is that these folks have had the capability of competing within the Compton Unified School District for several years now. Perhaps that skill and what they have built there over at Dominguez will be on broadcast and on display here today.
Absolutely true. On the other side with Compton High School, we do have a 9th grader and 2 10th graders, so a little less seasoned on this side. But let's see if they're going to be able to stand up. So far, a lot of defense going in on their side, but it's not going to be enough to stop a blank.
Yeah, so we are going to have a little bit of a tech pause right here, guys, so that we can come forth and make sure that everybody is within this competition and is as even-handed as possible. Talking about these two teams, I believe one of these teams has a little bit of past success, and perhaps the writing is on the wall.
That could potentially be true. So it is the opening debut of both of these teams. Compton High School has also won the last 4 out of 5 years of these esports tournaments, but 4 of those years, 2 of them were Overwatch, 2 of them were Valorant, first time doing Rocket League, and they actually put this team together within this week.
Oh, within this week?
Within this week.
Fantastic stuff. So we're going to see if the success from other esports, mostly the FPEs right there, is going to transfer on over here to Rocket League, to more of the sports simulation.
Into you, I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see? I'm crashing right into you. Yeah, I'm free falling. Can you hear me calling for you? Yeah, I'm free falling. I'ma keep on falling for you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see? keep on falling, falling for you. I'm pretty. Oh, I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you?
Sometimes I'm selfish, get jealous. I feel a little helpless. My whole world has shifted again. You made a promise, I kept it. Now I'm second guessing. My whole world has shifted again. Now I drive back to an empty room, and it's setting in. Now that your things are gone,
you've given yourself. And that's what I really want to try and make that experience as real as possible for these kids, because that's just what it's like if you were to go and play in a really big Riot tournament outside of this as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I just this competition, as well as most competitions, people come up to me and be like, hey man, you know Jason? You know Jason? Of course you know Jason. And I've worked with Jason many a times, but I didn't know that because Jason goes by the Plaid Ginger, the guy back here working with the middle schools back there. Didn't know it, right? But that is what we do. That's esports for you, and we're working on tags. Speaking of tags, talk about Centennial. Centennial's assistant coach has Big Fluffy. Don't call him by Coach Diaz, because it's Big Fluffy over there at Centennial.
Yeah, every once in a while, though, you get somebody like me who just, my name is Becky, I go by Becky Bear. It's not really, I'm not one of those people who's going out and making my name something else crazy. I have gone with some crazy names in the past, but at some point I was like, nah, once I'm trying to break into casting, I'm trying to make myself really easy to find, and a big part of that is just making my tag my name.
Absolutely. My parents, they don't really care for me very much. That's why they named me Brutal Parrot originally, then Sinless Tugboat. Crazy stuff. Just kidding around, guys. FBI Tugboat here, Becky over there. We're going to go to a very short break. When we return, we'll have some of these fiery high school competitions ready for the waiting.
Today is the championship of the Compton Unified School District's Esports Tournament, which the Chargers are a presenting sponsor of. These kids have been going through a 2-month esports tournament, but also learning about STEM curriculum and experiencing video game design career opportunities.
The winning team of the championship is going to get a prize package, VIP tickets to a Chargers game. They're going to get a trophy. They're going to have lunch with a game designer, and then they're going to go to a college that has a gaming arena and meet the players and the professors that are really talking about how they're building a program.
We saw this as an opportunity to expand the horizon of students within our district that are interested in technology by exposing them to something that they like and to expose the opportunities that exist in the field of esports. We appreciate all the support that's been given to the Compton Unified School District via the Los Angeles Chargers.
There are going to be 4 million jobs in 2025 unfilled in the science, technology, engineering, arts, and math fields. It is imperative that we get more students graduating and interested in pursuing those disciplines as a career. And we find in our research that students that do participate in esports tournaments are more likely to pursue computer science degrees in college. And this really means a lot for Compton. This is the first year Compton has had an esports tournament, and so far it's been very successful.
Hello and welcome back, fans of the Compton Unified School District, fans of Rocket League, fans of competition in general. We are here, we are back, and we are live. FBI Tugboat here, but joined by Becky Bell. We're going to be getting these competitions started from the middle as well. We're not going to be starting all the way from the beginning here, folks. About 38 seconds in, and we're going to see that one of these teams has a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, Dominguez already starting off extremely strong here. Got those first 2 goals before we had a little bit of a power breakdown breakdown as we all bore witness to. But now we're here to bear witness to who is going to take this first match in this best of 5.
A double up on the defense right here. Now Compton High is beating feet to try and get back into their own defensive position. Alvaro, fantastic job right there. Now there's the clear from Rambo Loco. Call Me Diaz over the YT channel is getting a good clear right here, but follow it up with a demo and Call Me Diaz. We will call you in a couple of seconds. Minute 15 into this, and a 2-score lead remains for Dominguez.
Yeah, so far, good defensive strategies coming out from Dominguez. This is one of those situations where you're feeling usually pretty good about the fact that you have this lead. You can kind of really focus on that defense, but Compton High School doing a really great job of playing off of that pop ball.
Yeah, just like that, Rambo puts this one up and in. The score difference back on down to only a score difference of 1. Kickoff, here we go. Just a little bit of a fake actually there from Call Me Diaz. That's still going to be thrusted leftward. Now into the corner right now. No boost necessary for these players. They round to the middle. Easy clear. Alvaro Tech now over here. Tries for the second. Not going to find it, Becky.
Yeah, actually a quick demo there, pushing back over towards Dominguez's side of the board. We're really trying to focus a lot of this orange power over into getting the ball back towards Compton High School's side and not letting it even be a shadow of worry for them. But hey, they're going to try and get aggressive at the same time here.
Great positioning here for Dominguez. The skill and experience of the seniors really raising its head as of right now. Back to the middle as Alvaro Ed Tech going to be sending this one over the corner, at least attempted to. D blank. Now, big boost in hand, an unfortunate miss. This might be the first open net goal so far. No! The block coming in from Call Me Diaz.
Yeah, very beautiful to see. And Call Me Diaz is actually the captain of that team and has been playing Rocket League for 4 years, so boasted a lot of knowledge about the game.
Yeah, there's a nice clear for Compton High School, dealing with this offensive pressure expertly. Now the back pass in. That's going to be a miss from a Compton High School member. Back on over to the corner. No real harm coming in here, but now this is centered up decently, but Dominguez should have and do have a player back to block this one away.
Yeah, this is one of those interesting places where you're trying to get a lot of kind of passing back and forth. Dominguez is still putting a lot of attention over towards this defensive side and just trying to keep themselves in the lead for as long as possible without overextending too far.
Yeah, exactly. Just pulling their lead as of right now. Dominguez also, gotta say, up on the defense, they've tripled up a couple of times, even when a double up even was necessary. Tripling up is not spreading the field here, folks. About 100 seconds left on this one.
Yeah, a nice little pass back there, actually, getting up onto that wall and being able to push it back into the opposite side of the board and away from Dominguez, trying to keep it out of Compton High School's reach for as long as possible and see if we can tee up here for Blank.
Shot over to the left side. Call Me Diaz sends this one back on up against the backboard, looking for a rebound as of right now, but that's going to be way outside. That's decently centered. That's a bouncing ball, and that is your second goal. Compton High School has tied it up.
And with a minute 13, it's going to have to be some aggression from both sides of the field here, because we either finish this up in a minute 13 if somebody can get one more point, or we go into an overtime.
Absolutely. Folks, in case this is your first Rocket League game, just to preface that a little bit, overtime comes once the clock reads 0 and the ball strikes the ground. After that, you'll be in a classic sudden death a la professional hockey. 60 seconds to go here, Becky.
60 seconds, and both players remaining from Compton on the side of the board, not defending, but we're quickly able to move back, and Rambo Loco really trying to hold down the fort for Compton High School here.
Still a lot of pressure right now. Quake fades coming up for this one, but gonna be doused out. Fires dangerous to no one. As I say that, Call Me Diaz almost gets a nice little back hit up on this one. Pressure is as pressure does as the offense switches to the defense.
Yeah, 30 seconds now, so a lot riding on these final few seconds. If that ball resets, it's extremely difficult for a team to be able to score a point based off of that quick tee up from the middle. But with 13 seconds ticking down, we might be looking at an overtime here, especially with that demolition coming through.
Compton High School might be deeming that one a satisfactory situation, as this is incredibly dangerous across the middle. Backboard in. Nice! not going to be inside. Ball hits ground, and we have overtime for game number 1.
Overtime into it, and as you can see, this clock is going to be ticking up now instead of down. And it's going to be to the wall for all of these players trying to keep possession. Those passes are going to matter that much more because it is going to be the first to score here.
Yeah, talking about strats a little bit, it seems like Compton High School has been much more satisfied to leave a player back. That's Alvaro Tech as of right now. No open net for you, my friend, as this ticker continues to tick up. About 30 seconds on it as of right now. Rambo Loco, big clear right here, and a double miss from Dominguez. Compton High School player had been in position. This would have been a game 1 for them.
Yeah, this is a little bit rough. Quick fades, trying to make sure that we're able to just play defense and move this back as much as possible. It feels like we're all of a sudden in a very kind of sterile game state here where we're really trying to just play as safe as possible, and it's really just waiting to see who pulls the trigger and takes that moment of aggression.
It's been 5 minutes plus now that Dominguez has put shot to board and point on. Compton High School with a comeback situation, down 2-0, thrust back.
Oh, is that going to be enough?
Oh, no,
but it is!
That one is. Dominguez does it in overtime.
Very nicely done. Using that all 3-player fallback that Compton High School pulled off, trying to be defensive as that way to just kind of spread, go for those passes, and have Call Me Diaz sink that final point.
Absolutely. That's what it's about, right? The coordination between teammates, consistently putting pressure against the defense, forcing their hands, as well as racking this ball against the backboard. I don't even know how many times at about 70 seconds right there of overtime. Fear not, though, fans of Compton High here. This is just one game of a best-of-5 series.
It indeed is going to be a best-of-5 series, so we will be going to a new map, a new location, and a chance for Compton High School to come back.
Absolutely. Forbidden Temples, get ready to worship here because this is going to be the defining factor here. It is Dominguez going forth, taking this game. They'll have essentially put Compton High on 2 match point. Compton High coming in with a lot of success in other esports and trying to apply that now into the great game of Rocket League.
And we were able to see them really kind of step up and come back in that previous match as well. We started off with Dominguez at a quick 2-0, and then Compton High School, once we came back from that power outage, was like, we didn't come here just to sit down. We came here to game. And I'm excited to see how the start of this is going to go off. We saw a lot of aggression from Dominguez at the start of the last match, and now that Compton High School maybe feels a little bit more like they have some fight in them after that first one, if things are going to change, but it might be another quick start here from Dominguez.
That's exactly what it's looking like, Becky. Compton High School is just simply their worst enemy has been the first 60 seconds of gameplay.
It really has, and you know, that's nothing to be bad. Sometimes you need a fire to be lit under you for you to really start going off.
Absolutely. That pressure. Talking with some of these students, this is their first live competition as well as the lights, the sound. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of fast.
Yeah, we're going to look at that air. Absolute elation on the player's side. So they're laughing because Blank right here kind of took the ball a little bit from a teammate, but a shot is as a shot does, and points on the board is the most successful language.
Did we take a ball from a teammate or did the teammate pass it to us? I feel like that's one of those situations where you're like, in the moment, yeah, you're laughing and you're like, maybe that wasn't exactly what you meant to do, but then you sink the point and you're like, nah, it's what we meant to do.
Yeah, exactly. Perfectly planned, just like we drew it up in the boardroom. 30 seconds or so into this one, Dominguez has again shown the same prowess for early scoring that they did in game number 1.
Yeah, and this is the point where we actually got to see Compton High School come back, take control of the game, start playing with a little bit more caution in certain areas of the map, but also being able to really keep possession and kind of get those trick shots. This time around, still with a lot of that defensive power, trying to make sure that they don't fall any further behind, but this is the moment where they're starting to run away with the ball, but it's a quick move back to the other side of the board by Call Me Diaz.
I believe that's going to be a sub in as well for the side of Compton. Not 100% sure we'll get confirm on that as this goes through. Nope, I was reading something I don't know what I was reading. Sorry about that, guys. Minute and a half on into this one. This is a little bit of a breakaway. Nope, Call Me Diaz going to stop that one right as it got dicey, Becky.
Yeah, a lot of players in the air right now, and that means that that ball is anyone's for the taking right now, but it does end up back into the hands of Compton High School, which has got to feel pretty good because it was looking a little bit close for comfort on their side of the board and their goal.
Oh, speaking of, Dominguez is going to put this one down. Call Me Diaz from the heavens. Not going to be able to find it, but Quake fades, continuing with this ball in the offensive side against Compton High until they triple up on one side of the field and bring this one thundering down the pitch.
Oh, a lot of pop balls here, but so far, a lot of back and forth and trying to just make sure that Dominguez keeps the pressure applied. Previously, we saw them play really defensive once they had their first 2-0. This time around, they're trying to just stay aggressive, and I think they might be a little bit worried about how that first game went.
Yeah, folks, anybody who's heard the phrase defense wins championships, well, I got some news. This is not your Thursday Night Football broadcast. I know you can get it confused. This is Rocket League, where you're going to simply have to play a solid bit of offense and have those opportunities to go forth and score to really put the thumb screws to your teammates. Sitting back playing defense is not the way.
Ooh, two demos pretty close together, and we do have Compton on the precipice of scoring a point here, but it is going to be Call Me Diaz, kind of that defensive stalwart for the side of Dominguez.
Yeah, what the wall pinch as well right there is Quake Fade's actually going to miss this one as they flipped into it. This is not a full-on open net, and that was a 100% necessary demolition to stop the offense dead in its tracks, Becky.
Yeah, stopped in their tracks, but Call Me Diaz is still trying to keep that pressure applied. Again, a shift in momentum from how they played in that first game. But is it going to be enough? That back and forth. Can they push it in that final bit? They can, and it will be Compton getting onto the board here.
Let me check the script right here. Yes, it does say that Dominguez goes up early on, then Compton slowly fights their way back in the next 4 minutes, and then we go to overtime again. So that's where we're heading, folks. No point in deciding anything else at this point.
And it is going to be a quick collision here, pushed towards Dominguez's side of the board, but Call Me Diaz once more going to be the one in the air trying to keep that pressure on. Compton able to move back, but it's just Dominguez kind of swirling like sharks, waiting to see where they can strike.
Ooh, that was just a little bit farther to that left side right there, a little bit more center. Dominguez would have put up the most scores they put in a regular time for these games across two of them thus far. Call Me Diaz off the wall, plenty of boost to get it done, and meets them there perfectly. The defense in strong for Compton.
Yeah, and we'll see if we're going to be able to recover this here. Call Me Diaz, so far so good, but it doesn't look like we have anyone to pass that to. With 1 minute remaining, Dominguez still in the lead, but it looks like Compton slowly moving it back onto Dominguez's side of the board and trying to see if they can sink one here and even the score.
Yeah, it's all about opportunities here, and Compton simply has purchased a lot more of them the last 3 minutes or so that Dominguez has been willing to give up. Now, a little bit of cornered play and defense being played from Dominguez. Gets it to the middle until this player has something to say about it. Big Chungus Lord. I believe that's the name that I saw. I believe that was the new name that I saw. That's what threw me off earlier.
I'm a fan of all of these fun names that people have made for themselves. People who are just trying to get a laugh. I'm in for it. Whatever is going to make you smile while playing the game, because mental is just as important as anything else. Speaking of mental, Compton with only 8 seconds and ticking down here have to sink a goal if they're going to prevent us from going into match number 3 with Dominguez on match point with this air ball. Will it be enough? It will not. And Dominguez start this series off with a 2-0.
Another close game right here, but the seniors over at Dominguez, the experienced players, able to deploy this experience and the skill that they have garnered across 4 years of playing this scholastic esport into a victory, albeit a narrow one. 1 score differences in both of these first 2 games, Becky.
Yeah, only 1 score difference. So we're seeing a lot of fight from Compton. Sure, they're, for the most part, 3 years down on some of these players, but they are coming in so strong. And that's kind of one of the beautiful things about esports. It has way less of that kind of age barrier to entry compared to a lot of sports, and that's why this is so popular and something that is not just popular among young people, but plenty of these kind of, I guess, us middle-aged folks now. I guess we're not technically middle-aged.
Hey, within esports, we are ancient. Let's be honest with ourselves, Becky. It's most important to be honest with oneself. Mid-30s, ancient, decrepit. Might as well be dust in a tomb by this point.
I like to consider myself still doing quite well, and I'm sure a lot of other people would too. And I know a lot of other people, I mean, I have brothers in their 40s who are still avid gamers and play games daily and absolutely love watching some Rocket League. And that's what I love doing too. And Dominguez is going to be the first to push towards their side of the field. Let's see if it's going to come to fruition of any kind. Not going to be the case as defensive Calmy Diaz on the field.
Yeah, as a reminder, folks, here, in case you're just tuning in, Dominguez has employed some really early aggression into points now twice, 2 of them within the first 45 seconds in both of these games thus far. Compton High School, though, seems like they have read the story and nicely done. Compton High School takes the lead for the first time in this series.
Starting to break the script here from Compton High School. First point on the board. And let's see if that's going to be enough to shake the side of Dominguez.
And we'll see. Champions are made in the first of adversity and pressure here, Becky. See if Dominguez is able to do this one, or Compton, with that goal, has put forward a solid effort into extending this series on.
We'll see if that will be enough. Calmy Diaz surrounded by all 3 members of Compton High School, and it's really difficult to keep the ball. To be the person once again to come in for that assist. And as a result, it's going to be Compton looking strong here, trying to keep that possession, trying to push the ball back onto their side of the board. But in the end, we're back, centered up, aggression going in for the side of Compton.
Yes, it is. There's a pop play up and ready for it. Now back on over to the middle here, as it's a beat feet type situation for both sides, Compton High School and Dominguez. Now all the way up in the sky. Compton's going to have first hit, but it's the second hit that always matters more, Becky.
It certainly is. Quick movements, try and catch this air ball here, but we're not. Almost a corner pocket there, but not quite. There we go with the recovery from Alvarez Tech. It is going to be 2 points this time. The quick start coming in from Compton, breaking this pattern.
And you see the faces of elation there for Compton High School. We will continue to get you guys a little picture-in-picture look into these players after they score. See the facial reactions thereof. 2-0 lead for Compton here in its early game. Can't say I would have anticipated this one earlier, but that is almost another own goal, and the third one would have been for Compton.
Yeah, very close indeed. Does hit that top bar, but it's not going to be enough. Compton now trying to push back against the aggression from quick fades here. That demolition is going to buy them a little bit of time for Alvarez to push back onto Dominguez's side of the board and grab that score from Rambo Loco.
Third shot attempted from Rambo Loco. Put a goal in here finally for him. AirPod in ear, looking fresh doing it. If style points counts for a lot, it's 1,000-0.
And Compton now 3-0, start looking extremely strong in this game. And if there's a time to look strong, it's when you're down 2-0. Not going to let Dominguez go in and go to those finals without putting up a fight here.
Absolutely not. Now back to the center. Compton High School is tripled up on the left side right now, but now they're spreading the field in a much better place defensively. Quick fades, going to be right there, but a double up, and that's going to be bouncing and nothing doing for the side of Compton. Dominguez not going to be shut out of this one 2 seconds past halftime.
That was a really good double up there between quick fades and Calmy Diaz, actually. Really nice setup there, and that's the kind of team synergy that I'm always so excited to see.
Absolutely. We're going to be looking about halftime right now. Bounce off of Rambo, but this is a dangerous location. Members of Compton cover this one up and say danger. It's my middle name.
I was about to say, too, this might quickly turn into a dangerous situation for Dominguez if Compton is able to just freely run across to their side of the board. But Calmy Diaz there to do a little bit of a rescue, and now it is back to anyone's match.
Yes, it is. A lot of pressure there both ways. Looking for the double tap, not going to find it. Bug Chungus Lord interrupting the play in the front of net as well. That was all but a guarantee. Great job from Calmy Diaz, keeping the offensive drive alive. Here's Rambo sending this one center pitch, looking for a ground pinch, not going to find it once Quake fades. Quickly gets to this one, trying to get this one cleared out, but this is just a centered ball again.
Oh, they were almost able to pull off kind of that same style of knock-up and have somebody else go in for that sink narrowly. They're just not able to make it line up exactly as they should, but it is Rambo Loco who's able to line it up exactly how they should to start this one off. And Compton High School 4-1 now with a minute minute 24 left on the board. Do you think this is the type of point where Dominguez just tries to see if they can poke holes in Compton's strategy?
I'm thinking this is a 90-second drill, 30 seconds per goal to tie it up, pour it all into offense, take that top off the can right there, pour it all into offense. A loss of 3 right now, a loss of 4 right now is the same thing. It's a loss of 1. Put it all in offense and really use this last 76 seconds or so to try and spread those wings and see what you can do offensively, Becky.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned something that's really important to kind of highlight here, in that losing by 4 is the same as losing by 1.
Yep.
So at this point, we could just kind of see Dominguez take a little bit of a back seat, just try and kind of work on some of their strategy to go into the next game. But hey, maybe they're not ready to go down just yet. Able to make a very nice shot there from Calmy Diaz to get Dominguez to 2 points.
That's a face of calm right there. Pulls off some crazy aerial acrobatics like that, Becky, and then keeps it calm. I'm not sure if I'm capable.
Absolutely. I mean, they don't have us do the shoutcasting because we're calm people.
That's fair. It's entirely fair. It'd be very boring for you guys, folks. Trust me.
All right, a minute left. 3 points needed for Dominguez to bring us into an overtime. And it looks like they're still trying to keep as much possession of the ball as possible. And this is kind of one of those moments where, as far as Dominguez is concerned, you might as well just be as aggressive and as calculated and just try to go for it as possible. Because what's the worst? You lose a game that you were already kind of bound to lose.
Yep.
So it is going to be quick movements towards Compton High School's goal, but it looks like it's going to be really difficult for them to make this connection, so that air ball is going to go right into the hands of Compton. But Calmy Diaz trying to hold this on longer and longer, but the longer that ball stays in the air, the longer it is evading those goals and keeping Dominguez from taking this one home.
Almost a 6-1 put in there for Compton. Not like they needed it, though. 7 total shots in this. We'll see if we get 8, but this game is figured, done, dusted. Now, the series continues here, Becky, of course. Compton's still going to have to put up a second goal here, a second game, back-to-back here to put Dominguez onto that series point.
Yeah, and that is, as we mentioned, going to put this series at a 1-2-2. Compton High School starting to claw their way back into this series. As we mentioned, it's a best of 5, so it's going to be the first 2-3 points. Dominguez still could take this next game and get themselves into the finals. But if we see Compton come in as fiercely as they did in that last game, maybe we're going to a full 5 matches.
Absolutely, a full 5-game series right here. Utopia Dusk will be where it goes down here for this game 4. And as Becky mentioned, Compton High just manages to do half of what they did in the previous game. I mean, they won by 4 here, Becky. If we're taking it to total scores right now, we're staring down the barrel of a Compton High squad that has 9 total goals across an overtime game 1, game 2, and 3. Looking at only 7 for the side of Dominguez, even though Dominguez is ahead in the series score. Let's head on down to the pitch, get this game 4 going.
All right, a pretty even kickoff there, and it is going to be a lot of players from Dominguez close by, trying to get that ball high enough, but unfortunately just a little bit too high to sink into that net. Now just trying to see whose hands, or I guess tires, this ends up back into.
Steering wheel?
Steering wheel?
I don't know. The steering wheel is how you make the decisions. You're just saying random stuff now.
Oh, the hood of a car. I feel like you hit the ball with the hood of the car. I felt like that made sense for the most part. Hard to tell, especially when you don't have the same analogs that you can draw as you can in soccer, but it's close to Dominguez's goal there, but it is not quite going to sink. Gonna see if we can hit this in the correct direction, but Rambo Loco gets evaded and shut down by Calmy Diaz, and it's a movement back to the side of Compton's defensive goal. Will Calmy Diaz be able to make something happen here? No, it is a fight between Rambo Loco and Calmy Diaz.
Yeah, unsurprising. This is the way it's gone so far, and this one ending actually with a demolition. But do mine eyes deceive me, Becky? Is this a Compton High School and Dominguez High School game that has not found at least one score in the first minute and 20 seconds?
Yeah.
Both of these defenses really standing up.
Yeah, this is an anomaly of a game from what we've seen so far. Both of these teams, maybe they're starting to sweat, maybe they're starting to feel it, maybe that fire is finally lit underneath both of them, and they're trying to make sure that they're going the full speed of this match. But still, 3:20 remaining and no goals to be had. Demolitions aplenty,
Yeah.
but narrowly just trying to keep it held on. So many close shots, but none of them quite making it in. Will this be it? It will! The setup and sink all put on by Call Me Diaz.
Call Me Diaz playing with the food. Somebody get the parents down here. This was fantastic the way they maneuvered this pass, stole 2 big boosts on the way, and then play this solo dolo, kind of a half doomsy dish off the backside right there, off the rebound.
All right, now with Dominguez in the lead, it is going to be Compton. Pressure on, a close shot. But the defense, once again, coming in strong. And it's pushed quickly back to Compton's side of the board. And I guess for Dominguez High School, good things come in twos.
Absolutely. 2-2. And I'm not talking about dresses. I'm talking about attempted shots. And I'm talking about goals made in for Call Me Diaz right there. Here's another 2 for you. We're talking about saves. Getting it in offense, getting it in defense, Becky.
Yeah, a lot of movement coming from a lot of these players. And that's one of the things that I feel like is kind of cool to see. There isn't really anybody playing any strict roles.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of kind of fluidity, and once you have that level of fluidity, communication with your team matters that much more. Trying to make sure that you have somebody who's able to be like, hey, I'm going to move back. I'm going to be the one to make this save, or I'm going to be the one to move back. We don't all need to make those moves at the same time. And I think the times that we see Dominguez kind of come out on top, it's because they have that level of communication.
Yeah, we've seen Compton High School triple or double up on individual roles a couple of times so far. Frequently, that'll result in a change of possession. And on the backside right there, wow, actually D-Blank actually kind of waited for a little while to make a decision either side. When you wait that long in Rocket League, that decision is just going to make you.
Ooh, trying to maneuver around this corner, trying to make sure that Dominguez pushes that ball back to the center of the field, trying to keep Compton off of getting scoring capability as much as possible, and a lot of players colliding to try and keep pressure and start to take this back from Dominguez.
About 90 seconds left right now, folks. And this is about the worst case scenario for the side of Compton. Down 2-1 in the series on match point, and down by not just 1, which is very easily undoable, but 2 total scores. And as we see, yeah, Dominguez just kind of playing with the ball and maintaining possession here. They have realized they've reached almost in that garbage time type situation. All they have to do is hold on right here and not get scored on twice, and they will take down this series.
Yeah, it was looking pretty good for Compton there for a second. We'll see if they're going to be able to recover. Quick fades, almost able to think about sinking it there, but instead just really keeping that defensive prowess as much as possible. As 1 minute remaining, we've got 2 goals that need to happen 30 seconds into 30 seconds here, or even quicker for Compton. And based on the pace of this game, that just might not be possible, especially Dominguez really are just playing here and trying to make sure that this ball stays in the air and out of possession for as long as possible.
Chungus Lower going to center that one up. Rambo Loco swinging for the fences, or at least teeing up to. Defense is there. Diaz with another shot, and that is likely going to be the dagger to the heart of Compton High School. Take a look at some of your Dominguez players post-goal. Again, no emotion. No emotion. Didn't even notice we were there.
No, we did see like a little bit of sweat, a little bit of brow clearing. And I mean, if you're the person making those shots, making those scores, you've really just got to be trying to stay calm as long as possible. The moment you let those nerves start to hit you, things could start to look rough. If you let those nerves hit you, Rambo Loco comes in and capitalizes.
Absolutely. Crazy indeed here. 23 seconds. Do I dare dream, Becky? Do I dare dream?
We've always got a dream. What is this world if we do not dream?
Very fair. Compton just came off the back of a 6-2 scoreline. That was a really good kickoff as well. Dominguez, maybe off the back of a demo or something, but Compton needs to find some pressure, and they need to find it now.
If that pressure is something that they can make happen, unfortunately for Compton High School, Call Me Diaz is trying to turn these lights off. Not the stadium lights again.
We're going to make that perfectly clear, folks. Perfectly clear.
Yeah, before something gets the wrong impression.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, 5 shots, 4 scored, and nothing about 7 years here. This is the Dominguez show, and that is Call Me Diaz that has really done everything. Main character, composed this music, talked to the studios and got it on air. Everything coming in from Call Me Diaz when you're talking about the offense of Dominguez.
And Dominguez is going to be the first team to go head first into the finals here for the Compton Unified Esports League Championship.
Let's hear it for Dominguez High School, a 3-1 victory for them. Clap it up, folks. You have your first finalist team that has punched their ticket. Wow, and what a competition it was, Becky. Just back and forth all day long. Game one starts off with a barn burn in the form of an overtime. Dominguez is able to bring that one back after they, get two scores in 38 seconds?
Yeah, it was extremely quick.
Something like that. And then Compton slowly brings it back, gets in the tie-up situation, then takes that one. But then you go to game 3 with a 6-2 scoreline for Compton. The writing on the wall is that this is going to be a longer series. That, unfortunately, is not what we get. Compton drops at a 3-1 scoreline. For now, though, let's go ahead and take a short break and kick it on over to Mr. Alan Zach of the Carrot Organization.
All right. How about a big round of applause for
I've never felt so alive in my life, 'cause you make me come to life every time I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? Crashing right into you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see? I'm crashing right into you. Yeah, I'm free falling. Can you hear me calling for you? Yeah, I'm free falling. I'ma keep on falling for you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? I've never felt so alive in my life, 'cause you make me come to life every time I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? Crashing right into you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? Yeah, I'm free falling. Can you hear me calling for you? Yeah, I'm free falling. I'ma keep on falling for you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? That I'm crashing right into you.
I know it's a game. I'm not
criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. As you know, I get it, I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. Getting freaky, get it right, get that freaky, freaky on. 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. Getting freaky, get it right, 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. I'm getting freaky, get it right, 상관하지 마. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top winner. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top 'cause I own it, know it, I'm a red. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. Getting freaky, get it right, get that freaky, freaky on. 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. Freaky, get it right, 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top winner. I'll be on the top killer. I'll be on the top 'cause I own it, know it, I'm a red. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky, freaky. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side. Have me by your side when the sun sets. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky.
Thank you, Mr. Alan Zach with the Carrot Organization. Absolutely love it. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm here with Becky Bear. Now, we are looking at this next competition. Compton Early College taking on Centennial after a 3-1 victory for the side of Dominguez over Compton High School. We were talking about the success that this team had had, that Compton High School had another esports, and they did bring it back to a 3-1 scoreline, but unfortunately dropping in that series, Becky.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought match between both teams in Compton High School. As we mentioned, victors in 4 out of the 5 previous years, but are not going to be for this year. Let's find out who is going to be facing down against Dominguez High School in the finals here. Off to a quick start here and really putting the pressure on Centennial here.
They really are hot and heavy on the heels and early here, Becky, as this offense flips position on the pitch, and Centennial looking to get something going early, a bouncing ball, but for Angel MVP, looking like, nope, that's a fantastic opportunity. So realizing the Capri Sun, the teammate, was just a little bit closer, and no, we have the Lightning McQueen card. Pack it up, pack it up.
It's always exciting to see those partnerships coming through in esports and really trying to keep Compton Early College's goal safe. Capri Sun tries to go for the sink, but Dark Force, a beautiful save there.
A Dark Force, a defensive force, it seems, as Centennial High School continues their onslaught of offensive opposition. A bouncing ball across the middle, and nobody can pick this one up. 60-plus seconds in, no scores on board, but ain't for lack of trying, Becky.
It certainly is not, and it's certainly for a lot of defensive strategy up until this point, as Capri Sun struggled in some of those first moments, but is going to be the first one to score for Centennial High School.
Absolutely. Taking a look right there for Centennial. Is they going to be able to put this one up? We're going to be looking at 1 minute and 12 seconds into this one, and a mild lead taken. Is that an open net? And it is. Oh. Capri Sun counts him up 1-2, and the Lightning McQueen car gets it done twice.
So far, so good. I mean, so that's what we, every once in a while, get to see. A very quick score coming in extremely fast, and that's why even on some of those matches that we watched before, where we were like, yeah, it's possible you could come back from a situation. It's from shots and starts like these last 2 points. Very strong, very quick, and going to be difficult to come back from.
It is. Now 3 scores down. We've seen 2-score lead come back from in our previous matchup, but 3 scores might just prove to be a little bit too much. Back to the middle right now, a shot up. Every member of Compton Early College gets an honest attempt at a block on this one, but the shot is just too fast.
Yeah, Capri Sun really showing a lot of prowess here and showing a little bit of love there as well. And still really just showing off the car's car.
Was that the old school, like, 80s computer on top of the car right there?
I think so.
Like, we're talking about Ditzels, folks.
It's exciting to see. I mean, my nephew plays a lot of Rocket League, and his finishing sound is never going to give you up.
Never gonna give you up.
He's
never
7.
Let you down. It's amazing how memes transcend generations, right? And I realize it's actually a song, but it's so interesting how somewhere in the mid-2000s, this was just co-opted and taken by our generation, Becky. Our generation. It was our time back then. Maybe not so much anymore.
Hey, and it's being retaken by a completely new generation. Not anyone's to hold on to, just like the ball as it is right now, though the hold on this game is almost certainly in the hands of Centennial.
Oh my goodness, another fantastic shot as Centennial continues to just spread their wings and fly on this one. Another shot as Angel spreads the wings and gets this one buried deep.
Quick moves, striking fast like a Viper here, and Centennial are trying to put themselves up against the side of Dominguez.
Taking a look at a 6-0 scoreline. We've seen 6 points scored, in a game earlier. That was Compton High in the one game they took off of Dominguez High School. But that was a 6-2 scoreline, which certainly seemed a lot more even-handed. We still got plus halftime left here in this one, Becky.
Yeah, so far, so quick, though it feels. And this could also just be one of those situations where Compton Early College decided, hey, we got a little bit down, we lost those first 3 points. It would take a lot of energy for us to make sure that we even get it to an even score line. So let's just maybe kind of play a little safe, kind of just try to get ourselves warmed up. And maybe they're just not even thinking about the score line anymore.
That's entirely fair. Capri Sun going to be shifting another one down bottom. 7 shots, only 4 goals of those made in right here. So just over that 500 efficiency rating right now. Doing a fantastic job both sides of the ball so far as Centennial.
Yeah, doing a phenomenal job. I mean, the scoreline says all that it needs to say. So let's talk about how Compton Early College could kind of come back from this situation.
Well,
and
first it's mental, right?
Yeah.
It's mental.
Yeah, certainly mental is a huge part of this. Again, even if you are down, I think it's, especially in a game like Rocket League, beautiful to say, hey, it's a marathon, it's not a race. This may not be our game, but it's a best of 5. So just because this game isn't going into our favor, how are we going to kind of come back, bring it up, going into further games?
Yeah, well, how it's going to happen is off the back of, if this is Compton Early College, that's Coach Hood that I got to sit down with for a little while. Now, Coach Hood, an absolute veteran when it came to teaching. In fact, 14-year career. That, of course, means that Compton Early College is even newer than Coach Hood's teaching career. Coach Hood as well, AP Computer Sciences, as well as Game Design 1 and 2. So you're talking about college credit when you're talking about these AP classes here, Becky.
Wow. I mean, very impressive to see that at such a young age for a lot of these people. And so cool. I mean, when I was talking to teachers and coaches, they were like, oh yeah, the computer science courses and the game design courses, like it's a normal thing. Well, that wasn't a normal thing when I was in school. I would have been stoked if that was a normal thing when I was in school.
And now you're looking at a Coach Hood that has not one but two and full classes teaching just esports. That's not even talking about the Game Design 1 and 2 and the Computer Science AP classes that they have done. Let's go. Let's hear it for Compton Early College as they're going to be able to put one up in the board. Some sportsmanship right there. Sportsmanship.
I mean, if you're up there and you're like playing against other people, I mean, it's just like if you're playing any other sport. If you're playing football, you're sitting there across from your opponents, glaring them down. There's a little bit of that in esports as well, but you all shake hands at the end of the match.
Absolutely. The let me see your war face. That's what we want to see right here. And now Dabs pounds all the way across for Centennial. Talking about Centennial a little bit, this coach head by Coach Cormier, as well as Coach Diaz, or as the people know him, Coach Big Fluffy. Now, this was a 2019 program. That's when they started here. When I talked about to Coach Cormier about why was it that you got started coaching esports, the answer was incredibly simple. Esports is the future. Direct quote, Becky.
I love that quote, and I think it's absolutely right. I mean, I think you're able to see it down to just content creators and the way that is just the direction that entertainment is moving. I mean, entertainment has been a huge part of everyone's lives for the last 4 decades, probably even longer. And the new way that entertainment is moving is video games and is content creators.
And part of that reason is what Becky and I have been talking about here, folks, and that is that when you're talking about inclusivity, you would be hard pressed outside of something like chess that you would be able to find a situation where both young women, young men, everything in between can come forth and still have solid opportunities at playing these competitions. I think the most obvious example is football, one of my favorite sports of all time. There are women's leagues for football. They are nowhere near the same level of support and attention that, say, the NFL or the NCAA get.
And that is starting to change very rapidly with esports, which makes it that much more important to keep an eye on for a lot of equality across multiple facets of our lives. As we see 10 points for Centennial High School here with 3 seconds and ticking down. And it looks like it will be this first match, these first 5 minutes going right for Centennial High School.
CHS, that is Centennial High School right here. Daps pounds all the way around as we hit our first double-digit game of this so far. We got decently close, Becky. That was a 6-2 game between our previous 2 high schools. That was Compton High School, and that was, of course, Dominguez. But now we get 11 in this one. A barn burner indeed.
I mean, that barn is not just burning. That barn is already dust and ash in the wind. So let's see what we can make going into the Forbidden Temple. These are maybe not the kind of things you want to burn, so we'll see if Compton are going to be able to douse this fire.
Historically preserved, I think that's fair to say. And a beautiful map as well. Folks, we've been talking all day today about just all the cool, aesthetically pleasing aspects of this fantastic esport, of Rocket League. I mean, there are other, other IPs, I guess you could call it, involved with cars. Well, we've seen with Stranger Things, we have seen Ford, we've seen Coca-Cola advertisements and partnerships within Rocket League. What more do you want?
I mean, what I want is for Compton Early College to bounce back after that last game, and a quick start to this has it kind of going in that direction, but I mean, Centennial are not holding back at all. Don't want to loosen their grip and their chance at the finals.
It was TQ Mario right there, the sophomore from Centennial High. Like almost every other member of the Centennial High School squad, Becky, a soccer player as well.
I mean, if Centennial High School makes it to the finals, we're going to have a lot of soccer players in the finals because there's a player on Dominguez who's also a soccer player, the captain, I believe.
Oh, hey, that would make sense, and especially given that it is a captain's position, would you say that it's reasonable to expect that a lot of aspects from the traditional game of soccer would be coming into some of their plays that they're calling as captain?
I was actually just about to ask you the same question. Do you think that Centennial is kind of having this extreme level of prowess in this game because of their knowledge of teamwork in soccer and the way that those aspects can kind of translate to car soccer?
Okay, well, I asked you first.
Oh, I think absolutely. I mean, I was thinking that the way that you handle, and there's such an emphasis on passing the ball and making sure that you're putting people in the right position is such a huge part of trying to, I mean, at least in soccer, there's like expending energy in the correct way. You don't really have to worry about that except for in boosts. Exactly. So I do think that there's a lot of aspects that do kind of come to fruition here as Compton Early College, a quick strike back, bringing us to 1-1 with this goal from Dark Force.
Angel couldn't
so
quite
close.
Get there. Yeah, just a little tipper right there, but Compton Early College brings this back, and Becky, I gotta say, at this point in the game, last map number 1 right there, this was like a 6-0, or no, it's 4-0 at this point, and the burn continued from there. TQ Mario, the soccer player right here, not gonna be enough, but Capri Sun down bottom with a little bouncing roller, but Centennial High School up 2-1.
And I mean, we got to see Capri Sun coming in with a lot of scores in that first match as well, trying to get some striking action here in match number 2 as well.
Absolutely. 3 minutes, 39 seconds left in this. Compton Early College goes on the defense here early. Mario coming up. Little kick onto this one. The pass to the teammate. You can't be surprised when this angel swoops down from the heavens.
Beautiful, and beautiful to see once again that passing action, that teamwork, that close corner. You can tell that this team has a lot of synergy altogether.
The eyes, they follow you. The eyes, the Lightning McQueen eyes, I'm telling you folks, they follow you. It's like the Mona Lisa, right? They always seem to be staring at you no matter where. On the pitch, nice pass here. Down to Mario, might as well come from Luigi.
I have to laugh a little bit that you just likened cars to the Mona Lisa.
They're both great works of art, I guess. I don't know.
I have no words for this moment. Okay. I am seldom left wordless, but I am in this moment. So let's go back to Rocket League. Capri Sun starting to try and get things off towards Compton's side of the board, but it's going to be a quick pass between two players to really try and keep things back into Compton Early College's possession. But will it be enough? Narrowly not able to sink that. Angel tries to go for it as well, but Dark Force is going to be the one putting that pressure back onto Centennial's side.
Yeah, speaking of pressure, Mario did everything that they could. Now Capri Sun from the side, double up on the defense, and leaving a player back, though, was the real big man for Compton Early College. This was the type of situation where you do crash the goalie, where you do send your your defensive player up to get something going in offense.
Ooh, a good save coming through there, trying to make sure that Centennial does not get that score put onto their side. Compton Early College now trying to make a little bit of a rebuttal here, and Dark Force trying to skip that ball right over those players and dribble this almost into the goal, but Capri Sun and Mario going to be able to make that save swiftly.
Yes, they are. Big man down bottom. That's going to be a hit from Capri Sun. A centering attempt from this two, but Mario running into the teammate. That's not how you hit a ball.
Yeah, not exactly ideal there. So Mario's going to try and come down from above, but it's not going to be able to sink there. Let's see if the pass between Capri Sun and Mario, that dynamic duo, can come through once again.
Dark Force looking like the dark horse on the offensive attempt right there. Now Deuce sends this corner-wise, a miss right there, uncharacteristic for the defense, and Mario can't stop running into their teammate Capri Sun.
I mean, if we can get that fixed up, then I think Centennial will be looking even stronger than they already are, as Big Man gonna try and do some defensive power here, moved back to help with Juicy Roy, but in the end, defensive power struggles to stand up to Capri Sun.
Yeah, the offensive onslaught here from Centennial. Taking a look as of right now, that's Dominguez and other Compton Early College members there in this crowd. Appreciate you. Wave. Why couldn't I think of that word? I was like, what is this one called? I don't like.
Oh, every once in a while, that single word just doesn't come to your mind. But what is coming to mind is Centennial High School in strong, 5-1, and looking not as strong as they did in the game before, but still quite as strong.
Entirely fair, Becky. Entirely fair. Ahead of 4 right now. There is enough technical time for this to come back, but the way that Centennial High School is continuously racking up these offensive opportunities, again, you can't spend all the time on the defense and expect to take a W from in there. Now Compton Early College on defensive stance. Dark Force. This one is teed up and Angel swings for the fences.
Yeah, from downtown there, coming swooping in and sinks yet another one. So quite the start. Yes, show us some waves, show us some love.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? We hope you're having as much of a good time as we are. Centennial still strong, 6-1 Compton Early College. I mean, the time that we did start to see a comeback in the match before was in game number 3. That's when we finally got to see a game and the tide kind of shift. So maybe that's what Compton is really going to need. They've at least been able to fix losing some of those really early pressures. Like Centennial hasn't gotten to get any of those like 2-second goals that they got twice in the game before. So we're making some small improvements in each of these games. And so maybe it's just going to be the next one that Compton Early College is going to be able to take home.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're looking for market improvement. And just off a kickoff, I think I can agree with you 100% about how Compton Early College has been playing better from the previous game, game 1 now into game number 2. A 6-1 scoreline that might get extended to 6-2, maybe even 2-6. Okay, not going to happen on this one. Centennial High does it again in game 2. But again, you'll notice it was 11-1 in the previous one, on down to 6-1 in this one. A much more competitive game in game number 2.
Yeah, still a strong showing from Centennial High School. And if they continue to have this same level of aggression, of pressure, I think it's going to be rough for the side of Compton Early College to come back, but there is still a chance. I've certainly seen improvements from them in that last match, and maybe this is going to be the thing that pushes us over the edge and gets the side of Centennial to be knocked down a notch.
Yeah, knocked down a notch. Lose a game, even if they go forth and take it. This is the argument of is an undefeated season ultimately good for you when you're talking about the lights and the sounds and the finals and whatnot. We will find out here on Manfield at night here as Centennial High School leads the charge in this series at a 2-1 scoreline.
We'll see if they continue to lead the charge in such a way as they have on the matches before. A quick start in this game, but not as quick of a start as we've seen previously. Centennial do have a lot of possession, and they do go for that shot, but it is going to be Compton Early College saving themselves one of those early falters.
Capri Sun up to it, gets the defensive block on this. This is an open net, can't quite get to it, and Mario sprouts another.
From the other side of the field, but it's enough. The knock-up, as you mentioned, from Capri Sun, the hit from Mario. Not time to count Centennial as resting on their laurels.
No, ma'am, it is not. 20 seconds into this one. No, in the first shot, a real attempted shot for Centennial does go in. Compton Early College. Oh, that's going to be an own goal situation as well. The Centennial going up by 2. We were talking about the market improvements across game 1 into game 2 and now game 3, and hopefully Compton Early College will be able to show that a little bit more in the next 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, still a lot of time on the board in Compton Early College. Have a lot to show us. Quick kickoff there from Angel, but it is going to be a pushback from Dark Force. That has been the force that has been strong for Compton Early College, and will it be enough force to get them to stay in this series?
Jumping over the teammate right there was Ducey Roy. Shot up. That's not too high for Angel as they fly into this one. Second shot attempted, Becky. Second goal made in.
I love the people who really embrace the name that they gave themselves. And I love getting to see players really allow for us as casters to have a fun time playing off of their name. And now, Compton Early College gonna try and see if this quick start is gonna be enough, but Capri Sun is on the case.
Speaking of, that was almost everything. Capri Sun with a tasty stop right there as Compton Early College sends this one back flying the other side. Decent clear there from Angel, but members of Compton Early College waiting in the wings, blood in the water, shot down bottom. Ducey Roy kind of comes up a little bit, shows that they're willing to cheat up a little bit at this one, but not going to be enough to get into position and really make an honest shot against Centennial.
Yeah, an honest shot indeed. And we'll see if they're going to be able to keep themselves honest and honestly in this game. As Capri Sun tries to go for one of these cheeky plays, but it's not going to come to fruition. Can Mario save it? Still a little bit too high from down below, but the defensive force of Dark Force and Big Man saving themselves from falling too far behind. But it's like Centennial is everywhere. The swiftness with which they fell back to play defense was near perfect.
Well, speaking of right there, Capri Sun has showed us everything that they can do aerially so far. Comes up with an open net situation. Can't quite angle this one on the inside. Speaking of, Capri Sun on the defense now. This is a lofting shot that's going to be blocked out by side post as Dark Force trying to bring this one back to center pitch. Not going to happen so easily. Real Big Man. Corner play. Ducey Roy is there as well. Tries for a back jump. Not going to happen for Capri Sun.
Yeah, that seemed like a really great position. Just narrowly not able to line that up with the physics in your favor. Big Man going to have to play defense now. But Mario just playing with that wall there and trying to keep possession for as long as possible. And possession is the name of the game here for Centennial as they are up 3. Is this going to be another score? Not quite, as two players stuck between each other.
That is what is known as the Rule 1, folks. The most important Rocket League rule has been adhered to today. These two players cannot separate until they are acted upon by an outside force. It's kind of like that one physics law.
An object in motion tends to stay in motion?
Something like that. Something like that. And now a hit right there. The players are broken up. We're back to a 3-on-3 scoreline. Big shout out for members of both of these teams. Sportsmanship is the most important part of these competitions.
And coming in full force for these players, as we're getting to see, as you mentioned, some sportsman-like play and some lighthearted fun. Even though this is a very tense game that Centennial is not ready to just give up. They're still trying to come in swinging.
Take Angel to the cap store. That's a hat trick, folks. 3 of them now. I believe that's 6 total shots attempted, if I read that right, Becky. Yeah, about 102 seconds left. She's nodding her head. I know you guys can't see that.
I'm affirming with the nods. Mario now in possession, trying to hit that up downtown to Capri Sun, but it is going to try and be an attempted setup. Will this be enough? All 3 players of Compton Early College playing a strong defensive game, but they've got to be playing a little bit of offense too if they're going to try and get us into even an OT situation.
Yeah, that's a good point right here. Compton Early College has managed at least 1 goal so far. That's dangerous. This is a bit of a breakaway chance here for Dark Force. Inside, and Compton Early College is not going to be shut out of any of these games.
I mean, we saw some quick goals in that first match, and now we just need to see the side of Compton Early College really channel that energy, really channel some of these quick goals. With 1 minute and 8 seconds left on the clock, we've got to score 3 for Compton Early College to stay in this series. Otherwise, Centennial High School is going to the finals.
Yes, they are. They have put forth a fantastic performance here so far. Angels hit outside, and the redirect there it hits, and I do believe 4 scores, 56 seconds. It is technically possible, folks. It is very unlikely.
Unlikely, but we'll see if we are fully shutting the door on Compton Early College here. 56 seconds, as you mentioned, and Centennial 5-2-1. Oh, all right, a little bit of a fake out from both sides there, but it is going to be going up and towards Centennial High School's side of the board, as Compton Early College trying to see if they can keep it in that direction, but it just doesn't look like it's going to quite be possible.
Nah, it doesn't. Centennial High School, it seems like they're kind of employing that keep-away type situation. If you simply maintain possession, there is no opportunity, and now no Compton Early College members diving in for this one outside of Ducey Roy, and now it's just a keep-away type situation. 24 seconds away from crowning your Centennial High School squad as winners of this competition.
All right, 18 seconds, and this is the door closing, the light turning off, closing time for the side of Compton Early Colleges. The timer ticks down from 10 seconds, 5 to 1 here with 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1 means 3 points for Centennial High School, and Centennial High School will be your team going to the finals to face off against Dominguez.
A shorter scoreline than it was before, but a win nonetheless here for Centennial as they put down Compton Early College there. Now, taking a look at you guys as the folks, as the fans, there's some waves, there we got it figured out. Everybody, put your hands together for Centennial High School as they have punched their ticket to the grand finals.
And quite a showing to put them into the finals. I mean, they looked quite strong, and hopefully Dominguez was taking notes that whole time. I mean, we saw them in the crowd, so hopefully they were watching to see what they can kind of use to make sure that they are able to put up a fight against them in the finals. We're going to be going to Allen, as well as a panel from the school board and a break for the stream. We will be right back.
I've never felt so alive in my life, 'cause you make me come to life every time I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? That I'm crashing right into you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see? Can you hear me calling for you? Yeah, I'm free falling. I'ma keep on falling for you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? I've never felt so alive in my life, 'cause you make me come to life every time I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? That I'm crashing right into you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? Yeah, I'm free falling. Can you hear me calling for you? Yeah, I'm free falling. I'ma keep on falling for you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? That I'm crashing right into you.
I know it's a game.
visual. Yeah, I kill it cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. Cause you know I get it, 나는 아무리 봐도 I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on. Get that freaky, freaky on. I'm getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. Get that freaky, freaky on. 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on. Get that freaky, freaky on. I'm freaky. Get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. Get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky, get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, top winner. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, cause I own it, know it, I'm a rain. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. Getting freaky, get it right, get it right. Get that freaky, freaky on, 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. Freaky, get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. Get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, top winner. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, cause I own it, know it, I'm a rain. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky, freaky. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side. Have me by your side when the sun sets. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high.
Tell them what your name is.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side. Have me by your side when the sun sets. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high.
Tell them what your name is. said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky. All the pressure blinded me, but now I see I'm no different from the rest. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling. But I keep on falling. We're all searching for that open door. Show me proof that there is something more. I just hope I am okay with the choices I make. Maybe then I'll understand. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling. But I keep on falling. I don't know if I'm changing over. In the moonlight I can't kill this feeling sober, so I start to come alive. I don't know what starts to control me. I'm letting go another soul that's underneath. I don't really care about this all. It's the fall that kills me. With our back against the wall, just feed the beast and you'll see. realize that we're getting closer to a brand new night. The past is finally getting over. I really think it's time to say goodbye. I don't know what starts to control me. I'll let it go, another soul that's underneath. I don't really care about this all. It's the fall that kills me. With our back against the wall, just feed the beast and you'll see. Wait for me. I don't wanna die inside my reality. Wait for me. I don't want your mind to remember me this way.
You always want what you can't have, and what you have you can. But still, my heart, the moment I laid eyes on it. Well, how do you know how you will feel when everything changes? This fear, where will I go?
This will be the beginning. Hello and welcome back, folks. It's that grand finals feeling here, Becky, as we close in on Dominguez High School taking on this squad that's Centennial High, ready to go forth and do battle. We are very excited here, folks. But of course, I want to give a shout out to some of the organizations, some of the people that do make this possible. First and foremost, there we go, is the Compton Unified Board of Education. Every member that sits on that Board of Education here for the Compton Unified School District. Superintendent Dr. Brawley, as well as Miss Michelle Dawson. Alvaro Brito, you guys just heard from him up here on the stage, as well as Tony Burris and his IT team.
Yeah, and as well as people who helped put this on together, as well as the people who are around this lovely stadium. People like Carrot, Data Impressions, Cal State, Dominguez Hills, Indoff, NASF, Spectrum Industries, and Generation Esports. A big thank you to them as well.
Absolutely. A big shout out to ViewSonic, Book Creator, the Howard Technology Solutions Group, as well as Lakeshore, Landfest right here behind us, taking care of the middle schools, Compton College right here in Compton, as well as Clear Touch. That's going to be all of it for the shout outs. Now let's get going on in here to the grand finals. DFH Stadium is where map 1 of this best of 5 series is going to go down.
And a tense start here waiting to go down and kick this one off. Centennial looked extremely strong, had some high scoring games to get them here. Dominguez looked strong as well. They took down the previous winners of the Esports League Championships. Will they be able to take it home for themselves?
That really is the big question here, Becky. Let's take a look at some of these scores and how we got to where we are now. Of course, Compton High was able to take a game off of Dominguez. Centennial coming in here as of hitherforth in hitherto undefeated, something like that, Becky, excuse me. But the big difference here was how the W's were taken. Let's take a look at you guys. Are you guys awake? Are you guys still there? We can't hear you, folks. There you go. There's the wave. Take a look at Centennial as of right now. I got to sit down with Centennial a little bit, and really I think that just kind of shows their coordination, the fact that almost everybody in this entire team, from coaching staff down to players, plays soccer. I think it shows just how Centennial was able to take in such a dominant edge over the side of Compton Early College.
All right, we'll see if that is going to be enough for them to take down Dominguez here as we're meeting on the pitch. Call me Diaz off to a strong start, but it's going to be a quick pass over to Mario. It's anyone's match. Both of these players and all of these teams strong.
Oh!
And barely able to get that sink to start things off for Centennial. I was about to say both of these teams very aggressive, and that one narrowly makes it into that corner.
Yeah, this is actually the assistance from the corner pull right there. Frequently, that's going to be the fourth man on defense for these squads. Lead now for Centennial High. There's a little bit to be said, though. Dominguez has not played in about an hour and a half, though, coming hot off the heels of a fresh win is Centennial.
Yeah, they're certainly got to be warmed up, fire lit under them. But on the other side, Dominguez have gotten to watch Centennial and how they play. Is that going to be enough for them to start to come up with strategies to take them down?
That's the question being posed right now. 4:13 or so on the clock as this squad for Dominguez tries to get in the offensive stance yet again. They've so far kind of held back with plays right now, but what a pinch right here from
Osick? That's what I'm going to go with.
I like it.
And I believe that's a player that we previously didn't get to see, as we get to say a little quick hi to our production team. They're always out there supporting us, keeping us hyped up. This wouldn't be possible without you. Big thank you to those people at 2NU.
Yes. Making our jobs as casters just that much easier, and we do appreciate it. A coupling on the offensive touch in the air right there for Centennial, and now that's going to be a pass down bottom. Capri Sun tries to take a drink out of this one, and that's going to be Mario planting the flag for the third score in about a minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, nice little pop-up there amidst three players of Dominguez. Still is able to make sure that those physics are in favor of Centennial High School.
Absolutely. That's going to be Mario winning the kickoff here as well, taking it to the corner. That's going to be a hit and a bouncing play. Mario goes from a hit into playing onto defense. So, Becky, we really have gotten to the next level of Rocket League strategies for these teams. Both of these teams have checked out the book. They have a library card, and they like the author.
And we'll see if that's going to be enough for them to take this one home. Dominguez is going to have to really start to pick up the pace here as they are down 3 points. But with 3 minutes remaining, the lights aren't out just yet. As that ball repositioned back to center, is it going to be enough for Osick to hit this back into the goal? It looks like it will be, but it's not quite going to be enough. And Mario shoots that one a little bit too far there.
Shot off the bow right now that's going to be players from Centennial beating feet to get back into the defensive position. Capri Sun with a more methodical stop and then take the other way. The shot coming back on down, but easily given over to Dominguez. They're going to get a decent clear until Osick has something to say. Backboard play. Capri Sun shoots in for it and finds nada.
Yeah, it's going to be Blank trying to go for the recovery here along with Quake Fades. A lot of setup from them. Going to see if they can pass it on over to Call Me Diaz, a player who was very strong for the side of Dominguez when we watched their first match. And this time around, Centennial just looking so strong. His goal is open, and it's going to be another sink for Centennial.
Nicely done right here. Taking a look at your Dominguez squad, the faces of concentration right now as they try to battle back from a 4-score difference. Plenty of time to do it. This is a little bit more, we're calling it like 34 seconds or something like that per score, and that's just to bring it back, but this just got so much harder here for the side of Dominguez High School.
Yeah, Centennial Strong start. We saw them make shots like this at the start of the last match that they played as well. And now they're showing up, making those quick shots here as well.
At 5-0 right now, Dominguez has not been shut out of a game yet. Even the game that they ended up losing in that competition, in that series against Compton High. Really, thumb screws have been put on. Pressure is there. A double commit onto the offense, or onto the defense, opens up Capri Sun for their third shot. Second goal for Capri Sun. Absolutely feasting as of right now. That's what my voice sounds like when there's no gameplay.
And you said feasting, and there certainly are some players who are eating for the side of Centennial High School. 6-0. I was thinking maybe those score lines were just a thing of the past.
Yeah.
But Centennial has decided that they are foot on the gas pedal and they are not slowing down. I don't even know if these players can actually drive yet.
Well, Dominguez High School made up mostly of seniors. Logic would follow. Most of them would have theirs. But, I mean, this is a bit of an aside, but I know that getting a driver's license isn't as important to some younger people now these days. Driver's license literally meant one word, and that was freedom back in the day, right? That was freedom to get out of the house, freedom to work, freedom to go hang out with your friends.
But now you have the freedom to hang out with your friends in the form of a computer, in the form of esports. Hey, you don't need a car to do that.
We had AIM, we had AOL Instant Messaging. I'm not sure what you mean, Becky. 7th goal now made for Centennial High School.
And quick shots. I mean, we're getting to see just so much flashy plays from the players on Centennial High School. And that's even now that we've seen, I don't want to say a substitution, but a player swap as well. Like, Angel is not playing in this match, but Angel showed up so well in that first match that now it's like, okay, if every single one of your players can do these crazy shots, you've got a lot of power packed behind these esports players.
100% agreed here. The coach and Big Fluffy, the main coach here from Mr. Cormier, 7 years social science, teacher right here, and has been involved since 2019. Fair to say, Becky, this ain't their first rodeo.
Yeah, I mean, that's really great to see the long-standing commitment to esports. And I mean, we've gotten to see Dominguez with a long-standing commitment to esports, too. They've had their esports clubs for 5 years, and their coach, Mr. Udo, has been coaching for them and in charge of that esports club for the last 3 years and is looking to keep it coming back because he loves seeing how many students are excited to come back.
Absolutely. Here it comes, folks, in the grand finals. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last bounce territory, not gonna happen. Centennial taking it down in a real affirmative affair right here. 7-0 in game number 1.
And getting a lot of fist bumps from those teammates. Congratulations for getting that first one said between those players. But will it be enough to keep them going strong going into the next one? I mean, that was quite a showing. I'm always surprised when I see games go above 5 points because a lot of the time you start to see a lot of defensive power, really things start to slow down, scoring doesn't go as high and as crazy. But once again, sometimes that can just be players being like, okay, once we've lost a certain number of points, it's going to be a little bit too difficult for us. And if the name of the game is studying and adapting for Dominguez, maybe that just meant that that's what a lot of that game had devolved into for them.
100% agreed. I love the shot right there over the trophy as well, kind of showing off what these young people can look forward to winning when they go forth and take this W. If we're going to break this one down just ever so slightly, I feel like Dominguez was doubling up and tripling up in offensive and defensive situations where it just wasn't necessary, where there was either one player that could have gotten the clear, just a ball foisted out to a corner where other members of the opposing team are not, but then also on the defensive side as well. If this is a Dominguez High School squad that we watch stretch the field a little bit more right here, I think this is guaranteed a more competitive situation.
Yeah, we'll see if that is going to be the case. Quick demolition off the start here, movement towards Centennial High School's goal, but it's not quite going to be enough. Osick able to make those quick movements and bounces right back to keep this ball middled up here as Dominguez trying to change up some of their strategies. And I think that it's beautiful that you mentioned that they're really putting kind of a lot of focus into pulling a lot of players into where the action is instead of thinking, okay, let's dedicate a few players into this area and then also keep somebody in an area where we're trying to push some of that action too. And I think that that could come from the fact that this is Dominguez High School's debut as a full team. They maybe don't have that same level of communication because that's something that time and camaraderie builds.
The simple fact that you mentioned this is a squad that was put together in its final form, reached that Super Saiyan form last week, you said, right?
That was for Compton High School.
Oh, Compton
Dominguez has at least been like kind of playing together a little bit, but in this form for a tournament setting, this is their debut.
Gotcha. That's going to be a quick pause right here as we have a tech issue. We're going to bring it back on into your beautiful casters here and kind of talk a little bit about this. We kind of got into a little bit of it, but I think that Centennial, it's like the opposite problem on the other side right here. Centennial, there's a lot of offensive focus within a single player. If this is a Dominguez squad that is able, but through demos, through big clears, or again, just simply through spreading this field a little bit more, I think Centennial might have a little bit problem like consistently getting offensive opportunities when generally it's, kind of been centralized to one player.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of that is kind of coming from the fact that Centennial has kind of a lot of star power.
Yes.
Each one of these players has shown that they're extremely strong on their own, and sometimes that means that you have times where one player can kind of just take the reins completely of the game, and you don't have to worry about things nearly as much. And I think that kind of goes to say the importance of teamwork. If you have players who maybe aren't shining as bright for whatever reason, bad mental on the day, didn't warm up as much. Everyone has off days in sports, in anything. And so it's always good to have that teamwork ready to go to be able to try and make those compensating points when they need to happen.
Exactly. And when it comes to these compensating points, really what she means is supporting your teammates, right? That's what she means by compensatory, because that is a 3v3 game, right? It is very infrequent that the one player within Rocket League, especially as you ascend in levels, high school now, college next, semi-pro and pro, beyond that, there's only the thing that is going to help you as you advance through your Rocket League career and realizing 3-player game, I got 2 teammates. I got to say as well, folks, these middle schools behind us are absolutely going wild right now. I believe that is their own finals as well, and we'll get you guys a little bit of an update as exactly what's going on in there. Let's take a look around the venue right now. We've already shouted out all these organizations 1,000 times. Let's take a look at what they're actually doing here. That's the Among Heroes station in our back right stage left of our venue right here. You can check them out. Generation Esports down here. We got an Extron, as well as Data Impressions and everybody else over to my left stage right.
Yeah, and I mean, we've gotten to also shout out a lot of these great organizations as we've gone through this great raffle on some of our breaks. It's been a lot of fun to be here and be a part of, seeing how many people are here to support young people in esports. Again, we've talked about it a little bit, but we can say it again. When we were these kids' age, we didn't have a lot of support for something that was near and dear to us. I mean, I grew up playing a lot of video games, but I had no place to talk about or kind of be involved in esports and video games when I was in school. And that made sometimes going to school really difficult for me. And that's something that it warms my heart to see that the kids of today's day and age don't really have to worry about that. They don't have to worry about the thing that they love outside of school being taboo.
Yes, exactly. Especially given what is at stake, right? Especially given what's at stake when you give young people rewards, when you compensate them for their time and their effort. These right here, these kinds of competitions and these prizes in front of you are the sorts of things that can be their achievements. These are the kinds of trophies that will sit in glass cabinets for all of time, folks, for all of time. Sit right next to the football championship, right next to the wrestling, swimming, baseball, basketball, whatever it is.
And get them in those glass cases, as you were saying before. Try to kind of vary the rewards and the things that these players have earned for their teams. As we get back into this match, I forgot that we were at a 0-0 with a minute and a half down nearly. I mean, considering the start that Centennial had in that previous game, seeing the fact that this has all of a sudden moved to a 0-0 means that we are seeing Dominguez make those adaptations.
That's exactly what we saw. That's a solo defense, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Dominguez knows that they have 2 players back right now, but then they slowly shift into the offense. And Osing just happened to beat them there ever so quickly.
Yeah, and Blank now going to be the one to move, try and get this pass, or be in a position to go for that defensive goal positioning. Osik holding on while this ball is in the air, trying to make these movements across the map, trying to keep that aggression, trying to get that first goal. That means that Centennial is that much closer to signing their names on that trophy. But Dominguez is holding on as strong as they can with a beautiful save from Calmy Diaz.
2 minutes, 45 seconds, and Osink looking dangerous, but the defense holds strong. D Blank says, no sir, not here and not in my house.
Oh, Quake Fades now the one under, trying to keep possession, trying to pass between Calmy Diaz. I'm loving seeing this amount of back and forth from these players, these adaptations, trying to hit up this shot, but the denial is there. And we are seeing so many back and forths now between these two teams. Will this hold be broken, or will we go into overtime at 0-0? It's starting to feel like we might.
Starting to feel like it. The offense rounding here for the side of Centennial. Now, that was a situation where you needed two players on the defense. I love to see that Dominguez has figured that out and dedicated resources appropriately after that. That is a bad situation. Mario purchases this one with a $1,000 bill because this was hard to buy. Calmy Diaz coming off the wall right there. That was just a fantastic job of individual performance for Mario.
Yeah, very nicely done. Very good movement. That dribble that we got to see showing up for Centennial in the form of this first point. 2 minutes and ticking down here. And Dominguez still have a chance to come back into this because a goal within the span of 2 minutes is not too hard. It's a demolition is going to be a little bit of a reset, but the reset is not going to be enough as Centennial sink themselves that second point and hold themselves in high regard.
Capri Sun coming down from the skies and burning all on the ground right here. Centennial purchases themselves a 2-score lead. It was 7-0 in the previous game, and as we mentioned before, Becky, we always look for market improvement. That is Dominguez spelled out to the letter.
Yeah, I was going to say improvement is there, but we still need a little bit more if we're going to have a shot at this trophy. Dominguez trying to keep possession, but it is just being so danced around by Centennial. Blank almost able to keep it there. But Quake Fade's going to be the one to try and make sure that it doesn't sink, but unfortunately it goes right into the sights of Capri Sun.
Now what, Capri Sun, you give these up, they're going to be swung on every time. I have to mention it again, Dominguez tripling up on that opportunity, and only one player actually able to make contact, unfortunately.
Yeah, now with Centennial at 3 points, a minute 10 left on the clock, Dominguez might be in a position where they're once again just trying to figure out what point in the drawing board they need to go back to as Centennial find themselves for.
There you go. Take a look at folks in the stands right now. Let's see you. Let's hear you. There you go. There you go. All right, another one. There you go. Was that a Fortnite dance that I saw? Is that a Fortnite dance? Love it. Absolutely love it. Shout out to the parents bringing everybody here as well. He got the extra. He got some dance moves here. You have to check the rug for a little bit of burns.
A minute remaining on the clock here. Dominguez, I think at this point, have got to just be hoping for a way, an improvement that they can make here. But unfortunately, it is going to push more and more onto the side of Centennial as they find 5 points.
Yes, they do. Back down bottom, 47 seconds to go right here. Taking a look. Oh, some more dancing. There you go.
I wish I could dance like that.
I also wish that I could dance like that.
All right, quick possession here going in the way of Centennial High School. 5 points, so possession of this game is as good as theirs, and they're trying to keep possession of the ball as well. Dominguez going to have to hope that they can find a way to come back in the next match and find themselves some points here.
Yeah, because with a 6 down now at 22 seconds, I'm going to say it's about impossible to come back from this one. Dominguez, best news they've heard today is that they'll still have another opportunity here against Centennial High School. This offense doesn't seem to be over quite yet as an attempted pass comes in. Now back down to Mario, up in the air, last bounce. This is going to go against the corner now. As this ball hits the ground, this game will be over.
Yep, indeed. It hits the ground. The game is over. It rings out in favor of Centennial High School, who are now leading this series 2-0. And this ends up being one of those places where you just have to be hoping for the side of Dominguez that you're just really going to be able to come back. I mean, if you're down 0-2, your mentality has to just be, okay, where were we faltering? They made some great improvements in that last one. It kind of fell apart at the end, but that makes sense. Once you're garbage timed in the round, you're kind of just like, okay, let's just see if we can keep our mental going. And mental, I think, is one of the bigger names of the game. If you start to really just get frustrated, get disappointed, it makes it that much harder to perform, to improve, to make those communicating points with your teammates, because all you do is shut down, and that's the last thing you want to do when you're down 0-2.
Absolutely. It's like we say in the Rocket League community, folks, have the mind, have the memory of a goldfish. Take this pass, leave it there, play the 5-minute Rocket League game that is in front of you, because, hey, 3-game win is how they would have to take it down anyway. Now you just have to do it back to back to back.
Hey, but a back-to-back-to-back might be what Centennial High School is going to do anyway. So who says that Dominguez can't do it as well as we go into what Centennial is hoping our final match of the evening? But Dominguez with a quick start, potentially going to be able to fight it right back. Capri Sun's almost there for that long-range pass, but Call Me Diaz is going to try and play the happy defensive game.
There you go. That's a pop play up, going for the defender, but Mario is able to get there in front of the net and foist this leftward. That's one of the best offenses we've seen from Dominguez so far.
Yeah, that's beautiful to see. Capri Sun tries to go for that sink, but it is going to be a save from Quake Fades. And now we're just trying to move it back onto Centennial's side of the board. And this is something that normally we haven't talked a lot about, things that Centennial is doing wrong, but it does make sense that they would be playing this strong defensively, but they are putting a lot of players back and not putting a lot of players forward, and it's still a 0-0 game here.
Yes, it is. Not for lack of trying, though. Dominguez sends one player to the defensive effort because one player is all that's necessary. On the other side, Diaz coming out. Not going to happen. Osick takes it in as his teammate's actually hitting Diaz right there, right? Yeah, the teammate is hitting Diaz and can't quite get there in time to make that defensive stop.
Quick start. Well, maybe not as quick as some other games that we've seen from Centennial, actually. So it is going to be a 1-0 here. Dominguez still with a chance to start back up here. A quick demolition is going to make things a little bit more difficult, and that's the shot that we've needed to see. Dominguez and Call Me Diaz find themselves with an even score line and a hope, a glimpse,
a prayer,
a light, a silver lining, if you will, trying to hold on in this match.
1 minute, 3 seconds to go is tied scoreline, and this is not a 0-0, which is the situation both of these teams found themselves in before at this point in the game so far. Dominguez finds their first, and perhaps that is the fire under their cooked bowl that needs to go for, I don't know. I was thinking of like a dining, like
you're trying to boil.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hot pot situation.
Not 100% sure. It's been a long day.
It has. A lot of pop up has come through here. Capri Sun trying to keep possession, but Quake Fades trying to shut that one down. And it's going to put a lot of pressure onto Centennial's side of the board here. That knock up, maybe not exactly where you want that to go for Dominguez, but we're going to see if we can make it happen nonetheless. The push into blank, but narrowly not able to make that sink as the Demolition's going to try and go for a reset here and does put a lot of possession back in the form of Centennial's side of the board with that respawn.
Unfortunate continuous progression, but an own goal situation. Unfortunate here for the side of Dominguez. So Diaz brings this off the wall. Osick tries to put it down, and all that Diaz is trying to do is trying to get into net and then flip around right there, hit that power slide and get a defensive stance going. Not going to happen so easily.
Oh, a nice quick shot there from Dominguez, but it's not quite going to go through. Does get shut down there by Capri Sun, and just a lot of wall action trying to happen here from the Centennial players as they're just trying to balance, dribble, and keep that ball out of possession of Dominguez.
5 seconds outside of halftime now. This is the lowest score difference we have seen at this point in the game thus far. If we're talking about market improvements, Dominguez High School is in the name of the game so far as our middle schoolers erupt behind us.
They're erupting as much as I would like to. If Dominguez can get themselves a goal, start to push this back into their favor. And Call Me Diaz is certainly trying to make that happen. But a high shot. Centennial just are making the goals that matter here.
As we know, a lead of 1 is no real lead indeed within the great game of Rocket League, but a score of 2 is what we call the insurance goal, insurance purchase. I love, State Farm?
I was going to say,
Allstate.
Purchasing your insurance has got to matter so much, especially when you're playing games with demolitions, especially like Rocket League. And Mario is trying to make sure that that insurance is purchased. We've got the best plan possible, and that Centennial is looking good with a 4-1 scoreline.
Yes, ma'am. Full coverage right here. 2 minutes to go. Dominguez, they have to know the pressure is on now, Becky.
Yeah, with 2 minutes left to go, 3 points needed to even bring us just into overtime. A demolition to shut down Call Me Diaz from trying to make that score, and just trying to keep that ball in the air if you're Centennial.
Slow down play from the offense. So there's a fake from Capri Sun. Every hit loftwards is going to be a few seconds off. So this right here, another 5-6 seconds off right here, and that's going to be advantage of Centennial. Dominguez is not just playing against Centennial High School here, Becky. They're playing against those grains of sand in the hourglass.
And the hourglass is not being kind to Dominguez High School. Voices are erupting. Victors are being crowned. And is this the moment that we're going to crown Centennial High School? Or will Dominguez be able to find themselves 3 points in the next minute and 10 seconds?
This is the beginning of it. Tried to bring this one out. Osick right in the middle here, just disrupting plans of the Dominguez offense and defense alike. A shot back down to the middle. This is going to be not too high. That is almost another own goal there for Call Me Diaz, just as they were trying to get involved and get in a position to play this ball. Now ball continuously going the other way. Osick tries to meet them there, but it's going to be a Dominguez player that foists this one off to the left side. Capri Sun with a weird, uncharacteristic miss and hit right there. That's not on point, but hit away regardless.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think kind of what Centennial is going for here is just really trying to keep that ball in their possession as long as possible, even if that means missing it, even if it means kind of going for these distracting plays. They're just trying to make sure that these last 17 seconds don't quickly unravel for them, because they can taste victory here.
Yes, they can. Count along with me, folks. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last bounce territory. And Centennial High School has done it in 3.
Done it in 3, and will be signing their names on that trophy as the victors of this semester's Esports League Championship.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Fireworks and more right here for Centennial.
Yeah, I love seeing the little fireworks in the background. I'm sure they're excited to see those fireworks too. GG's to both of these teams. Dominguez put on a strong fight there, and it's been beautiful and a treat to see such young competitors here to battle it out.
Absolutely, absolutely. What Dominguez is made up mostly of seniors here, but it's not going to be the expertise that rings true on the day. It's going to be the cohesiveness, the coordination, and most importantly, the sportsmanship is what we're seeing on display on your screen as of right now. We always say this, but, yes, we look for market improvement, guys. Really what we're looking for is a Dominguez squad that could have gone forth. And I'm going to say, if this was like a best of 10 series like our producer was joking about earlier, I really do feel like this is a situation where Dominguez would have taken some of these games. As we look, it was 7-0, 5-0 there in the second one. So again, market improvement. And 4-1, Dominguez actually getting points on the board right here. This would have gone not a completely 10-game series the one way, right, Becky?
Yeah, I think that it's one of those things that it's really difficult to even make improvements if you're just sitting at home, playing your own game, doing your own thing. It's that much harder to make improvements on the fly. So the fact that we even got to see improvements in the moment from the side of Dominguez shows that they are strong competitors, and that's it's not going to be something that shuts down anytime soon. It's been great to be here. I'm Becky Bear. I've been here with FBI Tugboat. You can find all of our information right below us there, and we hope to see you for the next one. Oh,
yeah, and one last thing, guys. There was an issue with this last time. Please wait until if you want one of these, if you want a picture taken or something like that with myself, Miss Becky, please wait until we get off of stage. There's a lot of expensive stuff up here, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Yet again, we'll catch you on the next one.
How about another round of applause?
I've never felt so alive in my life. 'Cause you make me come to life every time. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? Crashing right into you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? Yeah, I'm free falling. Can you hear me calling for you? Yeah, I'm free falling. I'ma keep on falling for you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? I've never felt so alive in my life. 'Cause you make me come to life every time. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see